Hello friends and hello student. In this session we learn the comparison all loops in C language. So let us start. I first share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch my video lecture in better way. And here Turbo C++ I just double click and now it takes some time and now it's yes open. Yes, Alt F file menu take and here our concept or we can say that compare. So uh, comparison of three loops. Okay, so there are main categories two loops like entry control loop and exit control loop. So for and while loop is a entry. That means that taking that condition in entry point of cursor that check that condition. So that loop known as a entry control loop and do while loop is a exit control loop. So here we can comparison two or we can say three loops for while and do while. So here we can start our uh, link section and that include the header file stdio.h and conio.h console input output and standard input output and then we can print one series using help of all three loops or mm, while for and do while. So which is a better for understanding. So here we can take one I and that we can say that initialize one. So we can first use the while loop. So let us how it's work. So initially here we can give the while and then parenthesis and then we can say that I less than or equal to 5 and then we can directly print I variable. So we can print 1 to 5 percentage d one blank and print the I and also we can take the body of the loop. So if you directly providing plus plus, so that is not require opening and closing brace. You have to know that is a post fix increment operator. Okay. So here I just get ch and let us I first save this file. So comparison com and loop lwoop. So there are 8 characters, but we can just com underscore loop. So that is better and maximum we can give the 8 character of file name in C or also in C++. Okay, so I just compile. Yes, there is no warning, no error, and here com underscore loop exe file is generated. So here I run now this program. Yes, 1 to 5 is printed very easily. So that is a while loop. That is a entry control. So means that loop check condition in entry that the cursor come to after clear screen. That condition is checked. That condition is true. Then that is a print the I. And also that syntax here, that general syntax is a body of the, we can say that body of here I plus plus. So that is taking two statement and we can provide the opening and closing brace. So there is no any error. Let us check that also possible. That is, but we can pass directly as a one statement. So there is no any error. So that is a general syntax of a while loop. So here is a initialize part, here is a condition part, and here is a increment or decrement part. So in a for loop, I print same this 1 to 5. So here we can initialize directly I equal to 1, then I less than equal to 5, and I plus plus. So that's same we have to print and percentage d and one blank and I print. So that is a syntax of for loop. So that is a for keyword parenthesis, then initialization part, and in between semicolon, then condition part, and between semicolon, and then increment or decrement part. Okay. So that is also possible. Let us check yes how it's print. So I just compile yes, no any error, and there are two time 1 to 5, 1 to 5, or in between we can provide like we have to provide here a printf and that is a slash n so we can understand better. So that 2 time 1 to 5 is a printf. So you can directly compare. Here is a while loop initialized part out of that loop, and condition part is here, and here is a body of that plus plus general. We can also here plus plus, there is no any error, but we can as a general syntax. And then that is a for loop that all three part in one place, so that is look better for programmer. Directly here initialization, then condition, and then increment decrement part. Okay, and now we can take just I copy this printf and paste to here, and we can take now third our loop and do while. So do opening brace, and then here we can say first printf statement to print our variable directly without any condition check, and then print I, and then also I plus plus, same as a uh, while loop, and here while loop is do while, and then semicolon is compulsory, and then I less than equal to 5. So how is initialized? You can in same way here just I equal to 1. So any in between here, because that plus plus after there are 6, but we can initialize 1. So that initialization outside of for loop. So because there is a 4 is a I plus plus here, so we can initialize here before the do while and after the for loop. In between that I initialize one again, otherwise that is a 6 to 10 is print, and our condition is not true, so that is not print any value. So here we can initialize I. So let us check. Yes, any error? No. Yes, let us check that print. Yes, so all loop use can any program, but how I comparison these all things. So you can know now I just comparison all three loops in one series 1 to 5 program, like series program. So here that the first initialization part is outside of while loop, then condition, and then body of print and increment decrement part. But that loop all three loop that is a for loop is a better for programmer, because all three part in one line, like initialization, condition, and then increment. And do while loop same as while loop, but that not check condition first initially. So at least one, that is guarantee one is a execute at least one time, because there is no entry control exit control loop. So here is a condition is checked, so that is directly print, then I plus plus, and then condition is checked. So that is, hope you can understand. And for comparison of this, so we can guess that initially our iteration or how number of time loop we cannot identify initially. That time we can use the while loop is the best choice, like number programming, like Armstrong number, perfect number, palindrome number, magic number, then factorial number, factor of number, reverse number. So there are 7 type of different type of number programming is there, and that type of number, enter number and find out that number is Armstrong number or palindrome, perfect, factorial number. So that type definition not we can guess the how many type loop is execute. So that is a while loop is a best choice, and we cannot initially find the how many time of your loop is execute starting and ending, or at least ending. So that is a we can use the for loop is a best choice. So there are two tools, or we can say the T tools. On main category is a two, entry control and exit control, but that while and for is entry control and exit control is a do while loop. So that for loop used more in best programming in a series programming, pattern, triangle, pyramid, all that programming can easily use the for loop. So that is nested for loop. We can advanced feature also for loop use. Okay, and then do while loop generally we cannot initially check any condition, and then first we can execute our body of the part and then condition check. So that time of program we can use the do while loop. So generally do while loop use for menu, also while loop use for menu program, while one, that is advanced feature of while loop. So do and while loop use in menu driven programming, and also do while loop use in string programming also better. So that is a comparison all three loops, which loop is better for which programming. So I just revise. While loop use generally most of number programming, and we can initially not get the iteration variable, how number of time your loop is executed, that is known as a iteration. So we cannot find initially stage how iteration is there. So that time you can use the while loop. Okay, and also you can use in a menu driven program, that is use of while loop. Then pattern or number programming, triangle, pyramid, or series programming, that like here we can series programming, so that is a look better, because initialize part here, condition is check and increment, all three part we can say that initialization, condition, and test, increment, decrement part all in one place between semicolon is there. So programmer or user very easily identify that is for loop. So that series programming, that is a loop better. Okay, and then do while loop is a use for we cannot check first condition at least one time our body part is execute, and that time after condition is checked exit control loop. So that is a syntax, and here is a semicolon must be, otherwise taking the error. So that is a part of the syntax. So menu driven program also you can use the while and do while, both very useful, but do while is also used. And uh, string programming you can use the do while loop is a better choice. Otherwise you can all loop use any program, that is no any restriction, but that is a three tools or three way we can handle our program. But particular program we can use particular loop, so that is benefit for understanding of that program. So that is a comparison of loop. And also here we can now change some loop, like here we can now print our like ABCD. So A to like 60, I initialize capital A 65. Okay, and here we can provide like up to 70. So here just we can change percentage C. So here we can also change like percentage C, just small, and here we can initialize same as previous 65 and less than or equal to 70, and then no any change. Here in do while loop also we can print the alphabet series. So here initialize uh, I65, and here there is a in condition 70. So A2 print the F letter, capital F. So let us check. Yes, A2F. So that is a only one initialize and condition we have to change. That loop is a change. So that is a, and also you can assign the like small. So that is start in 97 small z. So here we can give the 102. Okay, so that is a print, and same to here, like here I initialize 97, and then condition we can check 10, and you can also 122, there is no any error. Yes, so that is a completely small A to Z is a set is printed. So here we can also provide 97, and here we can change condition 122, that is a small z last character. So there is no any change. I just save, compile, and then run. So all A to Z is printed. Same in capital, you can print like 65 to 90, 90 up 90. So that is capital A to Z. Here small A to Z we can say that series program. So all that one loop is used in all, we can use here series programming, but you can look that is a better, that for loop is a very one. Here you can before you can initialize, here you can condition check, and body of part you can increment or decrement part, but that loop is very simple look like. So series programming, pattern, triangle, all programming, and you can use the for loop is a better choice. Okay, and last I can now we can give like here even odd also we have to print, that I just show you. So and also we can take one n variable, that is a control to our loop. So here we can provide the printf, and here we can say that enter number of terms. So because that is a space programming terms. Okay, and we can scan our n variable. So that is a control of our loop is our control. So that is a how number of time that execute that we can decide in condition. Like here we can give the phi or static variable. Now we can provide n. So we can enter n, that type number of loop is execute. And here ampersand is required. Otherwise taking error. Okay, garbage value is there some. So now here I can also change I initialize one, I less than n, and then yes, I plus plus is and 1 plus here. Further I initialize 1, and then here we can change our formatting symbol because we can now print integer, not alphabet. So here the condition now n, and here we can print a odd series. So here increment is a directly I plus 2. So what is the full form? That is a compound assignment operator, short technique. So I equal to I plus, that is a full of that statement, short technique. So that is a meaning, and that also here possible directly. Now you can understand I equal to I plus 2. Okay, so same here we can give I plus equal to 2. So all that condition, and let us check how it's work. Just save and compile and then run. So I enter the 10 n number of. Okay, so that is 1 3 5 7 10. Only odd digit print. That series is an odd digit. And if you print the even digit, then just change to, yes, here only our starting value is there. We can change, that is also we can here provide the 0. Okay, so let us check here, just only 0 is initialized, and here also. So 0 plus 2, so that is a 1, and 2 is add to, so that is a series of odd or even, because we can print the even series. Now we can print the odd series. Let us check again 10. So that is a 0 to start and 10. So if you not less than or equal to, so 10 is not printed. Or you can initialize directly 2. That is also possible. Here we can initialize like 0. You can initialize 2. So directly 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. That 5 terms or digit is printed. Here we initialize 0. So that is 0 is also as a even series that print. So I hope you can understand and enjoy this session. Okay? So series programming, that is true. We can how comparison. I can take this video lecture because you all compare 3 loop, then you can understand which loop is which program is better. So that is my aim of this session. So here I prove that initially you cannot find iteration value of your loop or any program. That time you can use the while loop and all in one place. So that is like series programming, pattern programming, triangle programming. That type of programming you can use the for loop. So that is a better choice. And do while loop use generally you can one time your body execute one time at least. That is guarantee of do while loop. So that type like string programming or that is used, that type of initially we cannot check the condition and print our string. And also while and do while loop used for menu driven programming. That time for loop is not used. So we can use any loop for any program, but that is a comparison session, all 3 loops, and that general syntax we can use here. And we can take first general series 1 to 5, then even, odd, and also as alphabet we have to print A to Z, small and character also. So that is a comparison. I just hope you can understand all 3 loops in C language, and also you can apply which loop for which program can that take. So here I prove, and while loop is a we generally use in number programming and menu driven programming. For loop uses a triangle, series programming, pattern programming. Okay, so that type of programming can use the for loop, and do while loop is generally we cannot check initially, that is exit control loop. So at least guarantee that loop is a one time that body of part is execute. So menu driven program and string program, we can take the do while loop. That is a better choice. So I hope you can write this all uh, program to your C programming books, and I hope you can understand which loop is better for which program. You can understand very well. So now I can complete this part comparison of three loops in C program. Okay, our C programming language. So I alter F3x close file and alter X quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sityalai, press the bell icon to never miss any update, and thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture, and Hare Krishna.